Hi guys, welcome back to Queen Creek Library and welcome back to Mad Scientist Snippets. Of course, I am Miss Paige. I am the Mad Scientist here at Queen Creek, and I am going to show you another fun and easy experiment that you can do at home. Obviously, I have a bowl right here, but I probably need some other things to do this experiment. Can't really do an experiment with just a bowl, or can I? No, I can't. But luckily, I am in our staff kitchen, and the things that I need are just in this room with me. So let me go ahead and grab those real quick. First thing I'm gonna grab is a tea bag. No, I'm not going to drink the tea, not this time at least. It's going to help us with our experiment. The other two things that I need, the only other two things that I need, are some scissors and, well, if you recognize this, then you know immediately that we're gonna be working with fire because this is a little fire starter. So if you are doing this experiment at home, make sure that you are grabbing an adult and you're staying safe, okay? So, sorry about that. So we have our fire starter, we have a little bowl, we have a tea bag. Just one. You can do this experiment multiple times. It really, really goes quickly. But at the moment, I am just gonna show you one. So grab your tea bag, pull that out. And we're gonna get all of the nice spices and leaves in the bottom, and we're gonna cut off the top of the tea bag right here. And if you can make a clean, straight cut, even better, because that's gonna help us later on. All right. Now, it might be hard to see, but if you look, I now have a very long tea bag that opens up on both ends like so. But I still have the stuff in it. So that's where our bowl comes in. It's very simple. Just pour out all the stuff into the bowl. And do with that what you may. You can throw it away, which was probably what I'm gonna do. Or maybe you can use it for other purposes. All right, now we have our empty tea bag. It's no longer a bag. It's a nice, long, open cylinder. I can see through it. Hello. And we're going to place that on an even surface. There we are. And see, that's where the straight line comes into play because look how nicely it stands up. Now you might be asking, am I going to be moving outside for this experiment? You definitely can, but I will say that if there's any wind at all, it makes it very, very hard for this experiment to go off just because this tea bag is very light and it gets knocked over extremely easy. I was gonna move outside, but we are currently on a windy day. So I'm gonna do this inside, but I recommend looking into finding a non-windy spot outside so that you're not dealing with what I have to deal with. All right, now, the next part is super simple. I don't even know if I told you the name of this, but the name's gonna give it away. So are you ready? This experiment is called tea bag rockets. Do you think you know what this tea bag is gonna do once I light it on fire? Okay, all right, let's hold you to that. Let's see if you're correct, okay? We're gonna light it up and we're just going to put a little on the top right there. And it goes up really quick and let's see what happens. Let's see. What? Let's see if I can catch it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now you can see, as far as flame goes, it's not too much of a risk inside, but it does get a bit ashy, and that's why maybe outside is a good option for you guys. Woo! Do you guys want to see it again? Okay, one more time. before I light this second tea bag up, let's talk about the science experiment, or the science behind the experiment. Remember when I said how light this was and it gets knocked over pretty easily? It's a little bit of a hint of what's going on, but the key element to the science experiment is heat, temperature differences, really. So it's very important that it's a hollow cylinder, because what happens when you light this on fire is that the air inside the cylinder gets super warm, super hot, but the air on the outside of the cylinder stays the same. It's this room temperature that we have going on here. Hot air rises, cooler air falls down, right? So the hot air is spreading out and it's rising, and eventually it gets to the point where the tea bag is now being lifted up by that hot air. And because the tea bag is so light, that's what shoots it up at some point in the experiment. So you might be thinking that it's getting lifted because it is so light, and you're kind of right, but without that hot air inside the cylinder, we wouldn't have the effect that we have going on, or that we see. So we're gonna finish. I promised you one more time. Let's light this on fire. Let's watch this, and let's see if it goes how it's supposed to go. And there it is. It stays up for a pretty good time. If you want to keep it cleaner, don't touch it, because the ash breaks apart really easily. I'm just going to try to let it land in my hands. There we are. I'm going to get closer to you guys, show what this looks like. Even in my hands, it's completely without fire right now, but it moves around so much still. Okay. Oh, it got away from me. Well, that's all that I have for you guys today. Join us next time. We love to see you here, and I hope that you have a fun time with the tea bag rocket. Okay? We'll see you later.